Ayan po. Ito na naman ang aking ulam, ang walang kamatayang pakbet. Pakbet. Sarap ano? Yan po ang aking walang kamatayang breakfast. Samahan nyo pa ng saging. Yan cereal yan ng aking sweetie pie. Gusto niya cereal. Kasi po ganun ang mga puti dito. Mahilig sila sa cereal. Sarap sila sa cereal. Tayo naman. Sarap na sarap tayo sa ating pakbet. Kumain ako ng nagawa rin akong kape ko. Ay, may luya. Ayaw kong kainin ng luya. Yung luya, hinahalo ko lang siya sa pagkain. Meron pa siyang karne. Yung karne niya is siya yung nilitsyon na baboy. Yun ang hinalo ko. Ayan. Sarap. Kami mga Pilipina, sanay pa rin kami sa mga ganito. Nilagyan ko ng luyang aking pakbet. Sarap. Kasi pag nagluto ako dito, Diyos ko marami. Pag nagluto akong pakbet. Talaga yung pambarangay. Kasi maraming gulay dito. Pag naman may natira, tatapon ko lang. Ilagay ko na sila lahat. Ang pakbit naman eh. Kahit nga lagi mo kainin na kainin, masarap. Alas na lang, nasira na siya. If you want to know what happened sa turkey last night, ang dami-dami. Gusto ko siyang i-give away. Ang dami-dami niya. Ang ginawa ko, yung aso ko yun. Yung mga maliliit na aso, pag yung ano parang nachuchok sila, yung parang nagsasara yung paghinga nila. Ngayon ang ginagawa ko, hinaplos-aplos ko lang yung throat nila. So, okay na. Kahit na nung maliit yan, may ganyan na siya, yung parang hindi siya makahinga. Hinaplos-aplos ko lang. Siguro nag-allergy or something. Ayan, ito na yung kape ko. Nakikita niyo ba ako? Ayan. Ano ba topic natin? Ang topic natin ngayon, yung marami ako nakikita mga ads sa YouTube. Yung mga na nasa abroad, saka yung mga Canada. Nagpapaskill sila nung they need nanny. That we need nanny in Canada. That they need nanny in Canada. So, pag nakita, if you see any ads like that, you have to be careful. Especially if they say that you have to contact them and they will help you to get an employer. It's not like that. It's not that easy. Trust me. All my family are all here. And then, like what I said, when I first came here, I am a nanny. I work as a nanny to a family with 3 kids. So they are my employer, and it take me a while. Some people just an advice. They will tell you that they know somebody that's looking for a nanny. They already probably keep in contact with that person and tell them that okay, there's gonna be I'm gonna help you, and then she's gonna charge you money. She or he will charge you money in order to process your paper to come here for that employer. But actually, parang may usapan na sila ng employer at saka yung tao na yun na nagsasabing tutulong sa inyo. The sad part is if you come here and then yeah, there is an employer, and then all of a sudden this employer will release you. That's how it works. They will release you, and then here you are hanging in here. Now you have to find your own employer, and that's the hard part. Not everyone will hire you, especially if you don't have a paper here. Still, if you go to the agency, they will ask money from you to help you. So you pay double. You pay to come here, and then you pay again when this employer that sponsors you release you. Then you have to go and find another employer, and then sometimes you don't like that employer, and then you move again to another employer. Remember, your paper will take a while to process. You have to stay in one employer as much as possible. You can't move from one employer to another in order to stay as a permanent. I just want to say, like, just be careful when you're seeing an ads like that, and then they will tell you they will help you. Unless you really know somebody here that really here, and they are your, sometimes even if they are your friend, or if they are your relatives, still the same thing. But at least sometimes I see a person that I met a person, they said it's their own relative. They work with them and then they never got paid. But to think of it, your relatives sponsor you, and they want you to pretend that you are working to them as a nanny, just to help you. They already help you. That's the first step. At least you didn't end up with a different employer and then you move from one employer to another. So just be careful who you're talking to and who you're asking for help, especially if they started asking money from you. Like, this is how it's gonna be, we're gonna process here, something like that, and they will start asking money. Just be careful. That's what I can advise. Because I see a lot. I was like, why they were telling, oh, we need a nanny here. It's pandemic. And everyone at home. And then they probably don't want anybody around their house, around their children right now because of the pandemic. And then parents are at home anyway, so they can work at home. They can look after the children while they're doing their home, and children are homeschooled now. So you have to think of that. And some of these people that are sponsoring nanny before, some of them they have business, but now their business is like closed. Lockdown. It's a lockdown. So they're trying to find a way to get money. The employer that I worked before, they have like a jewelry store. And now all of a sudden I saw that they sold all their jewelry business before the pandemic. They sold their house because that's the only income they have. And now they can't afford any nanny. I don't know where they are now. They probably go back to their own country. They're Jewish. So the last thing I heard, they went back to Israel. So that's what it is. Not everyone have the money to pay for you right now. It's pandemic time. It's gonna take a while before the economy will slowly go back. And mostly the one that's been affected are those business people. I see a lot of ads like that. Yeah, we need nanny and we need a helper, domestic help in Calgary, Alberta, everywhere. But some of them, when they come here, they do the same thing. They don't work as nanny. Either they've been hired by an employer to come here and then they pay that employer to help them, like oh, excuse me, like those people that's been hired to work in a meat plant in Calgary or Alberta, and then they pay an agency there to come here, and then that they really pay a big bucks of money for sure. I'll assure that they pay a big bucks of money just to come here. So they find a way. They're trying to find a way how to get their money back. And then they are the one that's online that, oh, come here, we need a nanny. As if they know everything. They don't tell you the truth. They should tell you what's really going on. A lot of people here need a job. Some of them is like laid off. And they really need a job. If you're gonna come in here and work the job that's supposed to be them, of course their priority is like the people that's been here first. They hire them first before you. So the more it's gonna take a while for your paper to be processed. Remember that you just have to stay with the one employer, and it's really hard to find an employer. You really need to pay. I pay them like my 1 month salary, and that's a lot of money just to find you an employer. You're not supposed to pay them to give you an employer, but they take advantage when they know you don't have a paper. And then probably that employer who sponsors you, and then they got in contact with the agency. They went to the agency, so probably the agency tell them, because if you're gonna go if an employer will go to the agency and ask them, I need a helper in my house, and then the employer will ask them a money to process it. For like they said, oh, we're gonna open the international one, they don't have a paper, so you're gonna pay her less, something like that. And to convince an employer to hire somebody don't have a paper like that, they can tell them, oh, you don't have to pay in the agency just to sponsor her, we'll let her to pay, so I am the one who pay for them to hire me and for the agency to give me an employer. That's the only thing they do anyway. So the agency will give you an employer, but you do your processing and everything. You just need a letter from the employer. You just need a letter that you're working with them. That's it. Still, you're the one who's paying everything. It just makes me worried when advertising like that, oh, we need people here. No, we don't need. They need to hire somebody that's been here first before they hire somebody from international. Like some kids right now, some university kids, they want a money in here. They want a money, so they babysit kids. So if you're gonna take that away from them, so they're not getting a job. But all employer that they said it's cheaper to hire somebody that really stay at home, to pay them so they can go out and leave the kids with you, and you're running the house by yourself. Some employer are like that. Those employer that are wanted to party, and they can't do that with if they hire a college student to babysit their children, they can't do that to them because there is a rights here that if a person stay in your house, you have to pay them overtime, and employer doesn't like that. With you, because you stay with them along in their house, so they don't have to pay you overtime. They just pay just a regular monthly salary. They can go out, they can go party anywhere, leave the kids with you, even sometimes bring the other friends' kids with you in the house, and you babysit even the friends' kids for free. That's what they do. So that's it. That's the vlog for today, and thank you for watching.